instead of buttering it the conventional way with the knife or whatever, I just sort of go like this, slathering it on. Mm-hmm. Really getting every kernel, Mm-hmm. But just to be sure, I hold this corn up to Jerry, and then I take this hand, and I just make sure every kernel, every single one gets buttered up. Right, Jerry? You want it real buttery, right, Jerry? Uh-huh.
I know you want it. You wanna take a leap and jump in. You wanna fall in love.
Cooking with Drag Queens is made possible because of fabulous people just like you. Thank you.
For as little as $1, you can help Cooking with Drag Queens continue. Join our world of fun and see exclusive behind-the-scenes raw footage. Perfect! And ignite your creativity.
Oh my God, that's so awesome!
Visit cookingwithdragqueens.com.
Crab cakes! Many people who spent their summers by the sea have happy memories of catching crabs in their nets, pulling the meat out and packing it into delicious crab cakes. The best crab cake recipes keep it relatively simple with few ingredients, focusing on the crustaceous goodness.
Joining us to make crab cakes is one of our favorite drag queens in the whole world, Peaches Christ, who's probably best known for her staged tributes to some of the campiest films of all time, from Mommie Dearest to Showgirls, from Hocus Pocus to Grey Garden.
Hi. Hi, I'm Joshua Grinnell. Okay, ready? Action. Hi. Is this what people do normally? Okay, hello, I'm Joshua Grinnell, but I'm better known as Peaches Christ. I'm from San Francisco, California, but I grew up in Maryland. In San Francisco, I'm an event producer, a performer, a writer, director, filmmaker, but most importantly, a cult leader. I would say that my style of drag is probably best described as camp drag. Movies and drag have always been my sort of combined love. So Divine, of course, the famous John Waters, and Frankenfurter really influenced the sort of style of drag I do. No. Nope.
Never.
I never cook.
Every meal that you eat is takeout.
No, I can heat things up. I'm very adept at many a Trader Joe's meal that you put on a skillet or, toss in a pan. So I can do stuff like that, but I don't cook. I'm really terrible when it comes to cooking.
Please welcome Peaches Christ.
Hi. Oh my God.
Hi, darling. Hi.
Air kisses. Hello.
The best kind of kisses.
I'm finally here.
Yeah, I can't believe
We're
it!
gonna cook.
So it's called Cooking with Drag Queens,
Right.
not Cooking Drag Queens.
Okay, so you're not gonna cook me.
No.
All right.
We
Now
might roast you a little bit, but I expect you to roast us back.
I will.
So when life gives you AIDS, you make lemonade. And so we're making a cocktail tribute.
Thank you, Sarah Silverman, for that joke.
We're making a tribute to two really extraordinary people who passed from AIDS. And I will always wonder what lives would be like.
You're
if they
really
were still
whetting our
here.
appetite there.
It's all news to me.
So I wanted to do a tribute to the
So we're
Coquettes.
making lemonades.
Well, we're going to do a cocktail
Hibiscus
here.
lavender.
A refreshing beverage that I think the Radical Fairies and the Coquettes and any free-loving, cross-dressing artists in California would really enjoy.
Oh, okay.
And this
Well,
is a
I'll be the judge of that.
hibiscus lavender lemonade.
Ooh, that sounds delicious.
So this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna get yourself just about half a tablespoon of those dried hibiscus leaves.
Okay.
And then you're gonna put 2 tablespoons of lavender.
Okay.
Go ahead and put.
That's your job. You're
That's
the,
your
you're the,
job
You're the
there.
dumper.
Thank you. Cassandra Peterson gave me fresh lavender that she picked last year. Not to be
Wow.
a name
name
dropper,
dropper.
but I am.
And then you're gonna put in 3 cups of boiling water. It gets it purple right away.
Nice.
And then this is 1.5 cups of sugar.
That's a lot of sugar.
And then gonna stir that.
I wore my most housewifey dress.
It's very
for this,
Donna Reed.
You know.
And so while that is brewing
more
for
of
10
those.
minutes, we're going to squeeze about 1.5 cups of lemons to make the lemonade.
Should I keep stirring this?
No, you're
No,
done.
it's okay.
It's done.
okay. I'll put
Okay.
this to the side. So this is gonna steep.
Do you want me to squeeze this?
Yeah, I want you to have the experience of doing that.
Okay.
You put that in there.
Looks like exercise. Okay, I want to do it so that I don't break my nails.
This is why we don't encourage people to wear nails on the show.
Did you tell her not to wear nails?
I did. I said,
Did you?
You don't have to wear nails if you don't want to.
But Alaska said.
If you're not doing,
She says she regrets doing that.
She does regret saying
and then
that.
of course she gets on Drag Race All Stars
that-
2 and wears boots instead of high heels on the runway.
after the tea's been brewing for 10 minutes, you're gonna strain it into the.
Has it been 10 minutes already?
Yeah, it's been about 10 minutes.
All right.
This is
I'll
television.
do it because it's hot.
Feels like 20.
And then you get this gorgeous pink color.
Ooh, it's
and
really
it smells
pretty.
really great. And you're gonna chill this and then bring out some ice and soda water and make yourself some gorgeous cocktails.
Oh, so this you add with just a little soda water or a lot of soda
We'll
water?
show you. We have some already
We'll show
made.
you. We'll have some already
Wow,
made.
isn't that magical?
We'll get this. Let me get this together. Excuse me.
Yeah, no
Entertain
problem.
the cameras while we do this. This is your.
While they do what they're doing, I'd like to talk a little bit about Squarespace.
So here is the hibiscus
Wow.
lavender lemonade, and it's been chilling in the refrigerator. And so you're gonna get yourself some ice and some salsa water, and you just pour that in there. Here, Peaches, why don't you pour that into those?
All right. I've never heard of Canfields, but
Because you have different things on the West Coast, right?
we do. You know, they have different things in different places.
And normally you
Places.
Did you know that?
So here is the hibiscus lavender lemonade.
Wow.
Gonna dress it up though. How are you gonna dress it up?
And so normally you could just use some fancy little straws like
That's
this.
boring.
Very cute.
Or you could put some umbrellas. Here, why don't you? Be careful.
Fuck, I broke my umbrella. Okay.
That's all right.
And you use the little thing and you do there. But really, I think at getting yourself some edible flowers, you can buy these at like specialty grocery stores. And just put a couple on the top.
That's
to garnish
beautiful.
It. And remember of friends and great artists that are no longer with us.
Oh, that's really sweet.
Cheers, queers.
Cheers, queers. That is so delicious. I'm not just saying that. Like if
No, it's good.
If I didn't like it, I would tell you.
I know
it's
you would.
really, really nice.
I believe I was led to do drag through my discovery of John Waters. You know, I grew up in Maryland and I was this Catholic school kid who was sort of suffocated by the environment I was in. I knew I was different. I knew I wasn't like the other boys. I was really flamboyant. I was obsessed with horror movies. I loved anything dark, anything spooky, anything monstrous. But it wasn't until I discovered John Waters and Divine that I had any concept of sort of queerness.
I'm just trying to make people laugh. That's the only reason I ever pick up a movie camera.
It was shortly after the discovery of John Waters through the movie Hairspray and Divine that I got to see Pink Flamingos, which is where I learned about Edith Massey and Mink Stoll and David Lochary, and that there was sort of this cult of weirdos making these outrageous films, in the early 70s. And all those things kind of, put me on a path. And I think in that moment, I probably knew I wanted to do drag. I probably knew that's what I was. And that really was where my life changed forever.
So this is a good recipe for somebody who doesn't cook a lot at home, because it's, like you, very simple, and easy to follow, and pretty much like kids can even do it.
He's the worst reader in the world, isn't he?
Continue.
Now, this recipe actually comes from your mom.
When a read is that bad, it actually is best just not to acknowledge it. Do you know what I mean? For you.
Right.
Oh, because you're embarrassed for me.
It was humiliating to watch you attempt to read.
So you want to make the sauce first, right, Fausto? Or do you want to do
I
the
think the sauce is a good place
Okay.
to start, and you want to start with eggs. Here, crack this one.
Do you know how to crack an egg?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
She's a nail elitist.
Gorgeous.
Wonderful. You did a
Lovely.
great job.
Move
Okay.
on
How
to
many
the
more
next.
eggs do I crack?
Just one. That's all.
That's it. Mayonnaise.
Okay.
So it's half a cup of mayonnaise.
And you can use this to kind of scoop it
a
out.
quarter cup of mayonnaise.
And Dijon mustard.
That's a what does that say?
like
1
a-
tablespoon.
So, do you want me to use
Yes,
this?
use that.
Just throw that in there.
This is the fucking Jewel store
No,
brand.
it's
No, this
not.
is expensive. So that's some paprika, parsley and green onions.
Okay, look at that. That was perfect.
Salt and pepper to taste.
Salt and pepper, just a little bit.
And some Old Bay seasoning, half a teaspoon.
Ooh, this is my favorite. I love Old Bay.
What happened to the
This?
Here it is.
Right here, ladies and gentlemen.
It's already pre-measured for
Oh,
you.
if you
Which
don't
one is it?
know what this is the seasoning that Marylanders have on everything. So if you grow up in Maryland, you have Old Bay on not just your seafood, but really they put it on your French fries, your potato chips, anything. So yeah, this
That's
smells
it?
like
It's the real
home
deal?
to me. Yeah.
A couple dashes of Tabasco sauce there, and 2
you like
tablespoons of water.
I do like Tabasco, but when I was a child, I did not like it. Marylanders don't want too much breading.
Right.
So you have to have the right ratio between the amount of breading and the amount of jumbo lump.
And so you're gonna get about a sleeve. Of
Unlike
crackers.
Fausto's outfit.
Some of us can afford.
Okay, that was a
seamstress.
fierce read.
Was it?
Yeah,
'Cause it was
I
picked?
think so.
What?
Well, someone chose it. Like he
Listen.
actually chose that look.
He was looking for some hibiscus dress. Now we're gonna let
Well,
me take this,
Okay.
and then we're gonna put that in
Go
there,
ahead.
and then just toss that around with the spatula.
But don't be very gentle.
Be
with
very gentle. Try not to break up the crab.
it. And then you're gonna put your a sleeve. Is it 2 sleeves or 1?
It's
sleeve?
1 sleeve, so it's about a cup and a half.
Of
We're gonna
crack-
measure it to make sure.
Crackers. Who's crackers in John Waters' movies?
Well, Crackers is Babs Johnson's son. Babs Johnson is the character Divine plays in Pink Flamingos.
Okay, so that's good. So you're gonna get your crackers in a bag.
Okay.
You're gonna seal the bag, and this is actually kind of very therapeutic. And you just kind of crush it in the bag until you can't crush it anymore. Feel the crackers.
Wow, you did that in no time.
You're really angry.
She's got some strong
Yeah,
hands.
it's
She's
She's
like,
like, God damn it,
Someone-
Jacquelina.
Hasn't been to therapy in a while. Do you want me to dump this in?
Yeah. So that goes in there.
so that's an entire. And I still have a little bit left in here, and I'd say that would make.
It's about, if you crushed
yeah.
it more, it would go in
Yeah.
deeper.
So I'll crush this a little bit more, and then I'll put this on here. Now, when you toss this, Peaches, be gentle because you don't want to break up that crab.
Was that how you toss your salad?
No, I toss my salad with tongs.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. Okay, so this is good.
This is good. So you
This
stop.
is good. So this you're gonna want to divide it into 6 patties.
Are you a rim queen?
I mean, sometimes you
Why
see
are
it.
you asking me about those things?
Sometimes you
I'm
see-
not Heclina. And you
Who's
know-
the hottest guy you've ever seen besides Fausto?
Scene?
Yeah, like who
Hey,
are you
listen to
most
this. This is a
attracted to?
cooking show for a second. So you're gonna basically, it's already kind of gelling together, so you can just kind of, you want to let it to sit in the refrigerator and divide this into 6 pieces.
6 pieces. And so so what happens while you put this in the refrigerator? You
you
can
wanna
do
try
it like the
this?
day before. You can do it an hour
Yeah.
before. And what happens is it allows the moisture to get soaked into the breadcrumbs, and then it allows it to kind of just hold together. But even if your crab cakes aren't like super compact, you don't have to compact them. As long as you get a nice sear on them, it'll come together as it.
It's just that noise you're making. It's so nasty.
What does it sound like?
It just sounds like anal. Do you know what I mean?
Hi, everybody. Coco Peru. Wasn't she amazing? Coco Peru's
So good. I'm Peaches Christ, and this is Heclina. We've been doing drag a long, long time now, and back when we started, it was a lot harder to get noticed. I mean, Heclina here, she invented rimming guys on stage so that people would pay attention to her. It's true.
Yeah, that's why I did it.
Who wants to see Heclina rim someone right here, right now? Hi, sir, what's your name?
I'm Mark, and I'm your biggest fan.
Thank you. Well,
wow.
you're not going to be here for long. Okay, let's bring him.
Well, he's kind of cute, actually.
He is cute.
I'm wearing a jockstrap.
Perfect.
Wow.
All right, Heclina.
Okay, you know what? Just for old time's sake, I'm gonna do it.
Would you pull down your pants, please? This is for real. Whoa. Okay. Oh my God, she's diving in. She spread the cheeks. Her tongue is in the hole. I can see it right now. Ladies and gentlemen, we're witnessing actual rimming. How does it feel?
Well, the nice thing about it is I don't have to see her face.
Can you tell what he has
I'm
for
done.
dinner?
I'm
Okay,
done.
all
I'm
right,
finished.
she's done.
I think he had Mexican for dinner.
That's right. Thank you so much.
That was okay. I'm really glad I did that because that's like for all time's sake.
Heclina.
Wait, what's wrong? What is
Shit all
it?
over your
What?
face.
Oh my
Your face is
God!
covered in shit.
I'm so embarrassed. I'm so sorry. Good night, everybody.
Let's hear it for Mark.
So this is peach salsa, and you're gonna start with one small diced red onion and put it into a
Alrighty.
bowl there.
Okay.
You're gonna, and I'm sorry, that was a tomato. This is an onion.
Yeah, this is tomato. This is onion. I don't know how we didn't catch that though. I want to do this
Just throw it in there.
dramatically.
Yes.
And then the next step you want to take is put some chopped cilantro. And normally, if you have fresh peaches, I would recommend doing it. But actually, frozen peaches, a bag of frozen peaches, actually tastes great, and you won't even notice the difference. And that way, you can have peach salsa year round.
The peach is one because when you get a fresh ripe peach, sometimes they're a little mushy.
Right.
That's when I love to eat, like a peach just by itself. And these are usually picked and they're kind of like a little bit firmer.
And then you're just gonna put it onto the counter here and chop it up. Come on.
Get to chopping.
Get chopping. That's great. You're doing such a good job.
Thank you.
You're like the perfect little homemaker. Here, I'll finish that up for you.
Here,
I'll
go over there. Pass it along to Mark. Mark will
Yeah,
finish.
See,
take that.
this is my MO, ladies and gentlemen.
I can't
when
do this.
You don't want to cook, and you want other people to do things for you. You just pretend to suck at it.
Honey, I've been doing that my whole life. Yeah, stir
That's
that
so
up.
pretty. Look at it.
And 1 teaspoon of salt here, and half a teaspoon of black pepper. So we just crack some over it. So you're gonna put, let's see, a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar, and I feel like apple cider vinegar and lime juice just really go well together to create the perfect dressing for the salsa. And a little bit. This is about half a teaspoon to taste. And
Do you like spicy food?
I can handle some spicy food.
I love
but
spicy
Before
food.
we stir that, I want to show you how to chop a jalapeno pepper without burning your hands. Most of the really painful spicy stuff that's in a jalapeno pepper is in the seed. So if you just cut it like this, very delicately,
Uh-huh.
and you try not to mess with the center of it,
Oh.
like that, and just kind of avoid touching the center of the pod, you can chop the jalapeno peppers and not get burned.
Since you're in such a horny mood, Peaches, I'll tell you the story about I had a friend, and he was helping another friend make all this salsa, and so he literally like chopped up like 30 jalapenos, and then he went over. He had a hookup, And he went over to the hookup's house and was feeling his bottom up. And he's just like, wait a second, what's going on? Like, why am I burning down there? He's like, oh, I didn't realize, I chopped up jalapenos.
No.
And he was just like, get out.
Well, can you blame him?
But a little bit of this on your hand and you touch
You'll be
certain
okay.
areas, it's okay.
You can do this, but you can't finger someone afterwards.
Avoid the seeds. If you can.
How long
pick the seeds
after
out.
doing this do you have to wait until you can finger bang?
It depends on what you. The heat is with oil, so the heat is on the oil that's in there.
So you should probably test
So
it on
see,
your
I'm
own.
tempted to do this with my hand now. I'm not going to do that.
But what you want to do, so you want to dilute the oil. So you want to use detergent, vinegar, anything that's going to cut grease.
So if you're going over to Trick's place,
after doing that,
you want to do that.
And here's the poblano pepper in the same way. This is not as spicy as the jalapeno.
Well, the weird thing about poblanos is they're very inconsistent in their spice levels. Some are very spicy, some are not spicy at all.
But they have this great flavor, and they're kind of mild. So, like when you have, your gringo friends who come over to eat, you can make salsa that they can enjoy as well. What's like the hottest thing you've ever eaten?
I'm an international traveler. So I've been in many, many countries. Thailand.
Oh, the Thai.
Oh my God. But after
it burn
a
going
few
in
days,
and coming out?
Yes. So the first few days you have to get used to it, both your mouth and your hole, because it burns.
So that's pretty much it. I think
That
you
looks
have
so beautiful.
Review your ingredients. Is everything in here?
peaches, onion, tomato, a jalapeno, a poblano pepper,
Yes,
some
check.
cilantro, lime, apple cider vinegar, salt, pepper, and a little bit of cayenne pepper. And when it's done, you just pull out some chips or crackers.
Did you put the lime in?
Yeah. Have a bite. How is it? It's good?
My look is what I would describe as passing. It's very natural. It's the kind of drag that you would if I'm in drag and I'm walking through the mall, no one's gonna turn or bat an eyelash because I just fit in with other women. Okay, I'll do take two.
Does that look good?
I would describe the Peaches Christ look as part Bozo the Clown with some divine inspiration mixed with sort of a Joan Crawford intensity. Add some Freddy Krueger, some horror stuff, and I like drag that's over the top and crazy and pushes boundaries.
So Mark, talk about cream corn.
So cream corn, the first thing you want to do with cream corn is you want to get your cream together. So we're going to make a roux. You know how to make a roux?
I do. It's just basically cooking flour.
Basically flour with butter. May I have that pan, please? Could you place it there in the middle there? And then we'll put 2 tablespoons of butter. Let that melt.
And while Mark's cooking that, I'm making
Spell
asparagus
it.
so you guys can see that lovely dish.
Will you do me a favor?
Yes.
And will you stir that around
Yep.
until we want to get it till it's kind of like a nice consistency. We'll cook it for about 2 minutes. Smell it. It kind of has a nutty taste, or nutty. That's when you add your cream.
When you smell the nut,
Yeah.
you add the
You add a
cream.
little bit at a time. Fausto, will you give me a whisk?
Sure.
See, this hot plate, the corn. I can't not think of Grey Gardens.
What happens in Grey Gardens, Peaches?
Well, actually, I have a scene in the show that I do with Jinx Monsoon where I get to serve Jerry my corn. Jerry loves my corn.
And who's Jerry?
Jerry's our handyman.
Oh.
Comes by for a visit. And then I ask him if he wants, do you want me to show you?
Yeah.
Basically, I butter his corn.
You butter his corn.
So Jinx and I we're both kind of pining after the same handyman, Jerry, the marble fawn. And this scene really infuriates Jinx. Because what
Why?
I do is, instead of buttering it the conventional way with a knife or whatever, I just sort of go like this, slathering it on. Really getting every kernel, But just to be sure, I hold this corn up to Jerry, and then I take this hand, and I just make sure every kernel. Every single one gets buttered up. Right, Jerry? You want it real buttery, right, Jerry? Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jerry. Yeah, Jerry.
When I was a kid, much like many of you, I discovered the early films of John Waters, and my life was changed forever. And I'm imagining that many of you, I could see with the t-shirts in the audience, are fans of our special guest tonight. She is here, she's in Chicago. I'm thrilled to introduce her. Let's give her a great, big, cult movie loving Chicago welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Without further ado, it's Mink Stone!
I think it was 2000 or 2001 that I decided I was going to write Mink Stoll's manager a letter about how much I worshipped Mink Stoll and how I wanted to create this evening of idol worship for her.
All right, so I'm going to attempt to sit down. Oh, shit.
I love being a real girl.
Me too.
I still never had talked to Mink, and she flew up with her manager to San Francisco, and I met her, and it blew my mind because it's like this iconic woman who'd played so many characters that I worshipped was now going to be sitting on stage with me, and the show went over really well. And shortly after that, she reached out to me about something else, and we just stayed in touch. And I say it both as someone who wants to share this thing, this part of my story, but also as someone who wants to let people know, like, anything's possible. Like, I was just a dorky fan of these people who loved them so much that I wanted to celebrate them with other fans. And it's still surreal for me, like totally surreal.
So here are the crab cakes. Peaches has named them.
Yes. Billy, Susan, Joanne, Bruce, Phil, and Megan.
Bruce and Phil are lovers.
Yeah.
We know that. So we're going to use a lot of oil for this.
You want to bread them.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about the breading.
Because the breading, actually, I like just a little bit of breadcrumbs on it, on the outside, and it holds it together really nicely.
Well, and the breadcrumbs kind of like, they get it nice and crispy too, right? Mm-hmm. So we'll do that real quick.
I want a little crust.
Now we're gonna fry these on both sides, and then once it's towards the end of the cooking process, we're also gonna throw in some dulse butter. So we're ready?
all right.
So you don't want the oil too hot. You want it just warm enough. See, this is with these kind of butane cookers, they get super hot super fast.
Mm-hmm.
So Peaches, have you ever made these for your friends?
I have not.
Yeah, so this is going
I
pretty well
have
here.
actually made them crab cakes, or shall I say heated them up. And what I did was, from one of the main seafood markets near the house I grew up in, I had them shipped on dry ice.
And so you reheat them in the microwave or in the oven?
No, I forget how I reheated them, but you could have them shipped to you frozen from Maryland. I should cook. I think
But
maybe
will you?
today it's the first day of the rest of my life. I'm gonna cook, damn it.
Peaches, have you ever found yourself in a situation where you're just like, it was hard and you wanted to give up being a drag queen or an artist or a filmmaker?
Yes.
You said that with such emotion.
Yes. More when I was in my later 20s. I think I was hitting my Saturn Returns age. Do you know that?
No, I'm not familiar with that bullshit concept.
So it's every 7 years we have some sort of fucking astrological something or another. And when you're 28, around that time, you have your Saturn Returns year, where you basically are kind of committing to, your adulthood, really. Mm-hmm. And I definitely went through a period of self-doubt and frustration, and really kind of just didn't know if I wanted to basically be a clown, for the rest of my life.
Did you have other options?
Well, here's the thing. I did. I mean, as a clown, I do a lot that I could do out of drag. Mm-hmm. I write, direct, produce events, I make movies. So I could do all of that. And so I actually did take a little bit of a break. I didn't retire or anything like that. But I took enough of a break that I realized I missed Peaches so much, and I missed like that connection with the audience, and I missed laughing with other queens. Like some of the best parts of drag is just a joy that comes with this sort of ridiculousness amongst friends and really with audience members and providing joy and laughter. And as cheesy as that all sounds, I missed it way too much. And it was great for me because it made me realize, yes, I make money doing this. Yes, it's important to me as far as, how I pay the bills or whatever, but it's not why I do drag.
Sure.
So it was a good thing.
Just the joy.
It is, and sometimes when I hear drag queens complaining because they're really busy or it's really hard, it's hard. It's a tough life. But I sort of want to say to you, like, be grateful because there are a lot of queens out there who aren't busy, and you don't have to do this.
Right. And you say your mantra is, drag is
fierce and fun.
Drag is fierce and fun. Drag is fierce and fun. So here is some crab cakes, cream corn, and there's a grilled asparagus, and some peach salsa. And over here,
toast with dulse butter.
Wow.
We're gonna plate it here. So Peach is gonna spread the butter on the toast.
Right. Look how good I'm doing this. Okay, I just want to get every square inch.
There, you're good.
So we're gonna put this over here, and you're gonna tell us how you like to plate it. You're gonna give us art direction.
Okay, so I would say maybe start over. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, you did put that right in the middle.
Yeah. So
I mean, isn't it technically a side dish?
Well, you kind of want to have it on a bed, right?
Oh, you're gonna put the crab cake on top of that?
You want height sometimes.
So we have some asparagus
fancy.
here. So let's put some of that in there. Tell me where you want it. On the side or in the center?
Over here, please. Thank you.
Okay, off to the side.
Maybe one more stalk.
Put a couple more.
Okay, yep. Woo! Someone's piss is gonna stink tonight.
Who's drinking it?
Okay, over here.
Over here, please, Fausto.
Oh, I'm trying to get them all out of the
if you could hurry, thanks.
Okay, so there.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Now the crab cakes.
Would you like me
So
to?
2 each.
Okay.
Or one each.
Are you gonna put them on top of the corn?
Yeah, right here. Is that good? Or
Yes.
you want outside there? Tell me.
Oh, that's here. Thank
Right
you.
here? Okay.
Like kind of off
Two.
to the side. Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Beautiful.
All
That's
right.
gorgeous. Thank you. There. Here, and here. Thank you. Toast
Lovely.
here. Toast.
Toast where? Toast here?
Toast here.
Now the
There you
peach
go.
salsa
Perfect.
goes well on top.
Excellent.
You want that?
Yes,
Okay.
that's fine. This is not how we would
Mark,
do
will
it
you
in
grab some
Maryland,
microgreens?
but that's okay.
Oh, yeah. And where should we place the microgreens?
In the
top.
trash. In the trash. Those are stupid.
How about right there?
No, that's fine, I guess, if you must.
They have a little bit of flavor. You'll
They're
like it.
basically baby lettuces.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're really cute, and they add such a great little summery spring.
Lady Red Couture would not approve of those.
Also, we have some red pepper aioli.
Oh.
So
okay.
you
I'll
do it.
Okay, thanks.
There you go. It's like your signature. The X.
Peaches X.
This is Baltimore style or Maryland style crab cakes with peach salsa, cream corn, and asparagus and toast with dulse butter.
Wow.
Have some and tell us what
We're
you're
going
gonna
to call
taste
these
it?
Yeah, honey.
This is
crab
tasting
cakes
time?
a la peaches.
Is it good? Mm-hmm. Okay, of course I have to taste the crab cake first.
Just like Mama used to make.
Do you like it?
Taste the toast with the dulse butter.
That's a really good crab cake.
Peaches, thank you so much for coming to Chicago and cooking with us.
Yeah, thank you for
it's
having
such a
me.
lovely way to celebrate my birthday today.
I know, it's Fausto's
With you.
We
birthday.
have to have cake too, so we have to
Well,
eat this
I
and then
love
have
you
cake.
guys.
We love you.
And this was this is really thoughtful thing to do. It really is special for me to have delicious Maryland crab cakes.
Well, we want to present you a award, a medal of distinction and honor.
What?
We are keen with Peaches Christ. She slays it so that others may live.
Oh, thank you.
To Peaches Christ, for your passion for misfits and underdogs, you have great taste in bad taste.
Oh, thank you.
Peaches, you are keen, honey.
Thank
Peachy
you.
keen.
Mwah.
Take that, you peach.
I've never won anything.
Well, you won our hearts.
Oh, Peaches, thank you so much for cooking with us.
Oh, thank you for having me.
And remember, folks, if you can't cook for yourself, how the hell are you gonna cook for somebody else?
Can I get a bon appetit up in here?
Bon
Bon
appetit!
appetit.
Bye, everybody.
Alfia Tosin for all the Turkish followers out there.
Or buen provecho for people in Puerto Rico.
Yes, Puerto
There you
Rico.
go.
Very international. Thank you guys. I love being here.
Thank
Good
you,
eating.
Peaches.
Let's get back to this crab.
Oh my God, this is so good.
I really am one of those cheesy believers in this sort of philosophy that anything is possible. Just go out there and fucking do it and make your dreams come true, as cheesy as it sounds. But I will say too, be realistic, and don't expect it to happen overnight, and to stay the course and be patient. But over time, if you work hard and you believe in it, and you believe in yourself, I do think it works out